through the entire sector, destroying worlds, swallowing them up and spitting them out. Transformed. This world that you're on right now has been in the pandemonium for millennia. In your timeline, it happened very quickly. And as soon as the Inquisition learned that the planet had come out again into real space, they rushed to it, believing through the Apocrypha of Durelli, an ancient seer, that the planet was the origin of the warp storm. This was theorized by the inquisitorial agent Durelli eons ago. It was also rumored that he made contact with the original settlers of this world, who were originally night pilots. They had used the template to construct a human world for the Imperium at the beginning of the founding of the Imperium. Now it has been uncovered that their past was a little more dubious than that. Apparently they ran into Eldari. The planet that they found was inhabited by an Eldari tribe, as it is understood by the Inquisition. They quickly eradicated them. With their war machines from the pre-Imperial era, the Imperial legions decimated the Eldari. When they came upon the ancient artifact, they had no way of understanding its power or how to use it. They proceeded to sacrifice psychers in the same way that the Emperor requires constant sacrifice. They believed they could satiate the spirit living within the planet. What they discovered is that the spirit was insatiable, and through the ages it began to create a warp storm, growing ever more horrible throughout the sector. You are currently on your way to find this artifact. It is still, presumably, operating. You don't know its exact nature, but you know that it is somewhere underground. It is tied to an entity that disguises its identity, that lives in this planet. You believe it is some ancient Eldari deity. Additionally, there is a chaos entity, the Warpsmith. He has been a thorn in your side for several missions. The players have been hunting him from Serix Magnus to Blood Mequin, his machinations corrupting the navigator houses, creating ever more twisted machinery, and corrupting the machine spirits around you. As Zeta, Beta, and Frederick are the first to reach his horrible, twisted Manufactora, you will see the lava pits below. When you reach for your Vox machines, you learn that the rest of the group is still far away. You can see the Warpsmith, Alhart, walking down there with his giant mechadendrites, grabbing onto machinery, pulling on servants, ordering them to summon the machines quicker. They're using chaos warp magic as well as a portal to bring forth their twisted machinery. You can also see a row of navigators bending down and their heads being split open, then machinery being hooked into their brains and a kind of helmet shaped around their skull. The operations that are successful lead to them immediately bowing before the Warpsmith. We are going to go back to the ship. Mastima and what's your character, Cool Scout?
Oh god, boy.
Darren. Mastima and Darren. You are currently in an Aquila lander. Let's go back in time a bit. We're going back in time about a day or about 12 hours now. You're going to find yourselves in an Askellon, having escaped the inquisitorial cruiser that is being hollowed out. And why don't we begin with you, Mestima? You can describe your character visually, sitting on one of the chairs in the Askellon. What do the rest of the crew see when they look at you? What do you look like?
The rest of the crew sees a rather small man, worn by time. His figure is it's fairly thin figure, wrapped around in worn red robes, trimmed with white. Very reminiscent of our tech priest robes, but not quite. He appears disfigured at first, but closer inspection reveals that he has simply fused his flesh with machines. For example, most prominently, there's an almost tentacle-like bundle of cables and sensors that trails with him, moving as he moves his head. Underneath his hood, the man has deep grooves in his face. He seems to be around middle age, I'd say. Large nose, thin lips. His hair was black, but it's featuring more and more white. And his eyes are murky blue color. He leans against a long rifle, sitting that is stood up between his legs, and around him hovers a small servo skull just over his shoulder.
Beautiful description. And what does your face right now tell to anyone looking at you? Are you worried, confident?
His vision appears to be unfocused, distant, and his lips move ever so slightly as if reciting something silently.
Awesome. And I'm forgetting your name. Mr. Darren. Miss Darren, you are in the back of the ship.
Yep.
It is currently shaking. You've just left the inquisitorial cruiser, having been spat out into space. You look out the window, a small circular window across from the room. There's a dim lumen glowing above, giving a comforting, warm light, sort of warming the front of your scalp. So you take off your helmet, you look around, take off your rebreather, draw a breath, and you smell oil and rusted metal. Looking across, you can see an ogre. His chair slowly swivels around. From the reports, you remember reading that you will be joined by an ogre as well as a priest and a tech priest. You see the figure standing in front of you, having been told that they need firepower and cover on the planet. You are not sure what the rest of your mission will bring, but is there anything notable about your character you would like to say? What do we see when we look at you?
Unlike the standard Imperial Guard uniforms, mine's all black. Blue tattoos up my arms and hands and around my neck, along with the side of my face. Each of them resembling symbols or the Aquila on the side of my skull. On my hip is a long blade with a black hilt and a chameleon cloak, which is blending in with the surrounding of the ship. At my feet, I have a heavy stubber, which is what I'm resting my boots on. And in my hands, I'm polishing a las rifle, giving it the proper prayers and cleansing it deserves after every conflict.
Awesome. What do they see? Do you look... What is your emotional output when people look at you? How are you taking this all? Being called out on an emergency drop.
And focused, contemplating every possible outcome that could happen. Ship gets shot down, planet side drop, running into an active combat zone. Everything is kind of racing through, processing multiple details, where I can go, what to do, depending on the circumstances.
We're just interested in your visual appearance.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What's your emotional facial expression?
Tensed.
Okay. Tense. The Ogren across from you is going to swivel around. His giant metallic boots hit the ground. He stands up and starts walking towards you. He has a low stick in his mouth.
You look a bit worried, my friend. There's nothing out of the ordinary. I think you'll find the group very reasonable. If we survive.
He slowly fumbles and grabs one of his low sticks out of his pouch. Hands it to you.
Maybe this will help. Some medicine from the old Skog himself.
I accept the gifts with a nod of my head and place it between my lips before calmly saying back, "May the Emperor protect."
Yeah, all that.
He looks ahead and you can see the clouds starting to break. As the ship starts to shake, the windows immediately get filled with some rays of light. You are part of a small fleet of ships and you can see little fireballs in the distance. As you just sit on your chairs, you will hear the pilot relay some information. You just hear this in the distance. Some muffled references to an arch-confessor, Cain. A distress call. Apparently coming from Port Olympia. As you got on the ship, you saw some equipment being thrown into it from the hollowed-out inquisitorial cruiser. Some of it is in lockers around you. There's a quartermaster sitting next to you, a tech priest and a priest to bless the journey. The priest occasionally stands up and touches your shoulder. Mestima. Are you well, my child?
Just fine, thank you.
He's wearing a black cloak, and you can see him, sort of an elderly man, a very pronounced nose and wrinkly, pale skin, graying eyes. He leans down, and you can feel this medallion laid on your chest.
In the Emperor's name, may you be protected from all harms, from within and without, and beyond.
He looks down at your belt. Do you have anything visible that you're carrying with you?
Yeah, Mastema does carry a good bit of equipment with him, mostly of utilitarian nature. Specifically on his belt, there's a holster with a gun in it. A small, ammo pouches. There seems to be some kind of a round, egg-shaped object, probably some kind of an explosive. So on and on.
As the ship starts to shake, he inspects the various weapons and equipment. I assume everything has been properly sanctioned by the tech priests. Everything you're bringing to the planet? This is a new colony after all. We would not want them to be tainted.
Of course, I wouldn't want to taint the sanctity of this world. Mastima's lips crack slightly in a very thin smile.
He leans back on his chair as the atmosphere breaks and sits down with a thud. Fastens his seatbelt. While the shaking ends, and you can see these clouds that I was describing. You find yourselves with about 10 minutes before you're going to land. The pilot informs you. And I will leave you to yourselves. Is there anything you would like to do before you land?
I'll make the sign of the Aquila before putting all my gear, backpack, heavy stubber, all that equipment on, and heading towards the ramp.
Alright.
I guess as they are getting closer to the landing and time approacheth, Master Ma will, as is his custom, he's going to adjust his armor, make sure it is all appropriately in place, all the straps tightened, make use of the armormonger talent.
Nice. The quartermaster stands in front of the locked crates of equipment. Sits down, and you are bracing for impact. Anything you would like to ask anyone here or do anything? Alright. Then you will suddenly feel a impact. The ship is going to attempt to land. Unless any of you want to assist the pilot, you can see him start to struggle. There is a dark, greyish cloud in front of him. As he starts to stare into it, a little turbulence, and then suddenly you hear a little whoosh, and then you look out on the side. A winged beast is flying next to the ship. Tyranids! You hear an alarm go off. The pilot is overwhelmed by the amount of tasks as the dashboard starts to light up. Do any of you have piloting skills?
Indeed, I was about to say. Master Ma slips the rifle from between his legs. He slings it over his back and slips towards the cockpit.
Awesome. As you strap down, the pilot ignores you completely, probably trusting your skills, knowing that you have some tech background. He will begin frantically pressing, pulling levers, punch cards coming in and out. Now, roll me an Operate Aeronautica. minus 30.
May this vessel carry us safely onto our destination. This is gonna go badly. There you go.
It's not terrible, but the pilot actually rolls incredibly well. Even though, as you sit down, you begin to fumble some of the buttons and being a bit unfamiliar with this pattern of lander. The pilot swiftly maneuvers between two destroyed buildings and does a little U-turn, and with that you can hear a as the wheels extend. You run out, reporting in to the distress message. You will begin running to the rest of the group. Now, this was going on while you were finding this manufactorum, Frederick. We are going to continue exactly where we dropped off. You are looking at a giant manufactorum, glowing red flames and lava below. The rest of the group has met up, and I believe the last time we left off, Franz, you made it all the way down, Zeta Beta, you as well, but Tabe.
Yes.
You wait for the rest of the backup to arrive, guiding them through the manufactorum. They will meet up with you in the engine room. You will see a young soldier running into the room, as well as a Mechanicus adept. Tech priest, rather. That's where we can begin. We can take a role-playing scene there and go. What do they see, Tai?
Facing you, holding a plasma gun in both hands, is a figure of an older, distinguished gentleman. Not infirm yet, obviously showing more of a shadow of his former younger self. His face is adorned with all of the signs of tiredness and exhaustion through his environmental suit visor that is fogging up from time to time. You can see sunken eyes. You can see stretched skin. When removing his rebreather to address you, you see his lips being absolutely not puffed, not youthful, as if they never even touched water. A clear sign of sheer exhaustion. Nevertheless, he bows to you. His coat that you assume it must have been at some point white is now grey and at some parts brown, covered with either blood, dust, mud, or whatever muck permeates this hellscape of a facility. A few holes for good measure to completely ruin his garments. Takes a bow. Not a deep one as to show compliance, yet not a short one as to show indifference for you. More as if he recognizes a fellow colleague of work, as he says, distinguished members, I presume that you are not an unfortunate soul that has been led by fate here to fall at the plasma dispensed by my plasma gun. I presume you are with the Inquisition, yes?
We are here we are here with a purpose, not by accident. I do not think many would want to be here either way. It looks like you have waged a war here.
No, not here. But you're not far off. We are about to embark in an assassination attempt on the local heretical leadership. I presume you've been informed by this much, at least.
The tech priest nods and places a hand on his chest. I am Mastema. Please, I hope we can work well together.
It's either working together or dying together. It's pretty obvious what choice I'm gonna make, won't it?
It is quite okay. I have made my peace a long time ago.
I hope that you decide to take this cautiously altogether. And what about you, kid? As he looks in Daryl's direction.
And I glance over and swing my las rifle onto my shoulder. My name's Darren. With the Tanith, first and only. It's a pleasure to meet you.
A military man. Let me guess, you just dropped in.
Hey, this is right.
You're lucky. All your colleagues dropped in earlier. There's none of them left. I'm sorry.
It's the way of the fight now, isn't it?
You see him with a bitter expression on his face and looks away as if for a second and then looks at you more like looking through you as he say, yeah, something like that.
And I gave a smoke between the glow stick hanging from my lips and give a slight nod.
Well, gentlemen, I hope you have your rounds loaded and ammunition ready, as well as no severe injuries or debilitating ones.
Of course, my weapon is loaded, but I have to say yours is a fine piece of technology.
Yes, I don't know if I'd call it mine, but let's just say that that fate had different plans for the previous wielders, and it ended up in my possession.
It is in your hands now, therefore it is your responsibility.
If we could potentially get over this, to maybe go and do our jobs.
Through the microbead, you see him putting two fingers to his ear as if hearing some words through the microbead and say, Yes, Frederick, I did make contact with the reinforcements. I'll just put them a person through our force channel and head your way. How's the situation looking down there?
That would be fantastic because I'm kind of exposed at the moment.
Well, I'm certain that you will find a way to conceal your existence and not jeopardize this operation while we make our way there.
Well, the hat kind of gives it away.
His skin is exposed to the heat.
You'll survive. Do your jobs. As he breaks the connection with the forward team and turns to the other two. Gentlemen, it seems that time is not on our side. Ready yourselves. You do know how to operate a microbead while walking, right?
Yes.
I gave a nod and then give 2 taps over the microbead.
Right, the frequencies, and as he gives you the sit rep and how to patch through the microbeads, you just go through a rushed movement through doors. Some of the makeshift traps, very primitive in nature, that were placed there to signal if enemies would show up behind him, are easily avoided, and we move on forward. Regroup with the rest of the team.
Whilst the Masterma has said that he knows that he's a microbe, he doesn't seem like he has one.
What is it, Teji? You seem like you're looking for something.
It appears that instead of our microbead, I was commissioned of a Voxcaster.
You possess a voice.
Long-range communications are vital for intelligence.
Simply use the headset provided with the Voxcaster. Make it shortwave at the moment.
Let's see.
It's not discreet, but at the moment, if we're spotted, doesn't really matter if you have a backpack-sized radio, now does it? You're gonna get shot either way.
Mestima, you look around and you recognize the technology of this place. You're in an ancient manufactorum. There are laboratories nearby, a series of metal platforms leading to small chemical test chambers. In it, you identify deuterium, fuel sources, various reactor cores. There's a reactor room as well. Giant, imposing metal reactors lit with flickering dim lumen. Still running on its power. It seems to be intact, but the nature of the machinery is ancient. It is all archaeotic.
Do I feel a gentle thrumming in my feet as if machinery worked underground?
Definitely.
This manufactorum, what is it producing?
Well, I understand it's something to do with energy sources. Not really my field of expertise, but it's something I picked up from a friend long time ago.
I hope you have been careful about where you place your shots. A stray bolt of plasma in a wrong place could be catastrophic.
Well, we pray that it will be aimed plasma at the right place. We jerry-rigged some of the energy sources to work more as a grenade than anything, but in case of, I hope one of you is a good shot.
I know how to use a rifle. He gently pats the long glass on his over his shoulder. A worn and well-used piece of equipment.
From my experiences, las guns never fail.
If they do, you have not been taking good care of one. Let's go.
He nods his head as if he must have heard your statement a long time ago from someone different, but probably also wearing red robes.
Nice. All of you get an inspiration point. Awesome role playing. Inspiration points is a house rule. You can use it to reroll anything that doesn't attack anyone else. Any tests. You can only ever have one inspiration point. Even if I give you multiple, it's only one. As you descend down the stairs, you will hear the crackling of engines and gears turning around you. The echoing noise of ancient rusted machinery working along, and then suddenly a thudding pulse As it gets deeper and louder, you see an open, almost like an entrance to a cavern below. A bright red glow emanates up the stairs and casts shadows through the hallways. There is a slight mist of smoke, and as soon as you breathe, you can feel and definitely sense the toxic fumes in the air. Anyone who has rebreathers needs to put it on right now. If you don't, let me know.
Indeed, Mastema does have a rebreather.
How about you, Darren?
I do not.
Do a toughness test for me.
Rebreathers are canister powered, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Think
If
so.
you have an environmental suit, they waterproof the environmental suit.
Yeah, environmental
by
suit
an elephant run.
contains a rebreather. So if you have
So
an
I just,
environmental suit, you're all good.
Roll the toughness.
Mm-hmm.
No modifiers.
Mm-hmm. Very nice. Wow, you're pretty tough. Whatever you've experienced before, somehow this doesn't affect you, at least mentally. You're still able to operate. Maybe not in the long run, but for now, you just tough it out and cough a few times and you'll be fine. What do we see? What's your reaction, Darren, as everyone else puts on a rebreather? Do you react at all to the toxic fumes here?
Let out a few coughs as the shock of the new exposure or the exposure hits, and look around before, kind of understanding that others may not have been to foreign combat zones.
Awesome.
I thought staying in
You got to say
Zone
that.
Mortalis, Jet, as Daniel turns around to look at Darren.
Forgot to say I don't have a rebreather. I just rolled a 1.
Your lungs are mechanical, I think, right?
Yeah, they've been biologically.
You're a Skitari, you don't need a
Yeah.
rebreather. It's all good.
You just see Zedabeta open one of the freaking exhaust pipes and just.
Just sniffing that shit. Nice. It's like fuel. Alright, you meet on the bridge. As you look down into the abyss, you will be struck by this monumental machines below. Would you like to stay out of cover or in cover a little bit? Or would you like to just descend into the mechanicus?
Well, firstly, as what he called Aaron coughs and goes, you'll actually see Franz come up and just slap him with the back of the head and say, "Shut up! You're giving our position away."
I give a nod and stifle any more coughs that I have before moving to cover.
Yes, and then I say we move into cover. Yeah.
Just a moment. Mastema will bring out his rifle and actually look down the scope down at the depths below. Get a closer look.
As you walk down to the catwalk below, you immediately feel an intense heat. Built into the mountain below, you see the signs of an ancient manufactorum. It's a little difficult to see through the fog, but you see some figures moving down there.
Far down below, right?
Yeah, like 150 meters. There's like a series of catwalks built over this deep cavern. And you see that you can step out on these catwalks. You would be quite exposed if you did, though.
Yeah, got you. Masterman nods to himself, seemingly satisfied with getting a better lay of the land, as he shoulders the weapon again. Actually, no, he keeps it in his hands.
For now, you're just standing at the top of this catwalk, staircase leading down to a opening, which leads to the being about 150 meters above ground. Rick,
Who takes the point here?
Sorry, are you arriving as well, Rick?
Yeah, I'm good now.
Okay. Go ahead, guys. What do you do? Before you do anything, roll me a random event die, please.
Oh boy, this is. Let's teach the new guys about a random event die.
So that
96.
has to be one of the new guys that does that.
I'll do it.
Go ahead and
it has
explain
to
it
be
to
the
them.
new guys.
Already did
Explain what's happening, Tavi.
Okay, so this is only gonna be for the new guys. So they will roll one of them, pick whichever. So random event die. This means we are gonna face a random event. Usually it's like either good, positive, or just neutral. It also depends a bit on the circumstance, correct? Somewhere like between 70 and 30, it's something neutral. We have to resolve that we might gain something from. Between 30 and 1, it's either nothing or we find something or someone to help us in our current predicament. Do not worry, this will never happen. What will happen is between 70 and up. At 70, in between 70 and 80, it's like a fight. At 80 and 90, it's a very hard fight, which sometimes fleeing is recommended. And 90 up, which will be the most common occurrence. Yeah. It's gonna be rough, fellas. It's gonna
It's
be
fine.
rough.
It's
I've got
good.
this.
Last time, I think we got like a 99 or something.
Yo,
like
does the roll from Zeta Beta count?
No, we
You just rolled
it's
about
gonna
the
be
100.
new dice.
Yes, let it
I don't know.
You
I don't
no,
know.
let
The
the
table.
people do it.
Do you want us? Do
only
you want me to
rolled
just
a
roll a
99.
D100?
I rolled 100.
I already called dibs before.
Yeah, roll them.
Alright,
Work
let's go.
100.
New dice, one of you, if you please.
See, there you go.
You know what?
Well,
That's a
nothing's
low
changed.
roll for us. That's pretty good for us.
It's so amazing how you called that. Wow. Oh.
You cannot change fate. Zinch demands it.
Alrighty. You're standing above the catwalks, and what do you do, guys?
Shall we go with the plan?
Which is?
Disperse the explosive onto that thing down there, and I point to the Chaos Marine just walking around, and then watch it catch on fire, and hopefully we can gun it down.
Below you will see a black figure with shining reflective armor. The flames sort of flickering and creating reflections in his gigantic armor. His almost like tendrils are moving, almost like they're tentacles. He's like a living creature crawling over this bridge. The twisted abomination of technology he's using sends shivers down your spine, if you still have one, Zeta Beta.
Oh, that is our enemy, is it?
Yes. It also searches for what we need.
And
Killing it.
what of his underlings?
Well, how many do we see? As Daniel also takes his binoculars and puts them to his visor.
Would you like to move closer so you can see what's happening down to the catwalk?
And I have binoculars. Does it help in any way? Binoculars.
Yeah, but there's still a lot of fog down there, unless you have some kind of special infrared vision.
I'll look to the others, Saint. Can't see through all this much. Any of you guys can see?
No.
I do have a pair of magnoculars I could use.
But our vision is obscured. You won't.
Oh.
You can see the smoke better. So, although it's gonna be risky, we need to get first a lay of the land, count on the enemy's head, and orchestrate the plan adequately. If things go south, I want the best shooters in this team to be armed with the explosives. With the thorium and deuterium explosives we have.
I do consider myself a reasonable shot. I do much prefer to keep my distance.
Right. What about you, kid?
What is
I'm guessing I'm kid.
Yep. Looking at Daryl, sorry.
Are you good? I consider myself a good shot. Better at sneaking around though, but I'm a good shot.
He gives you both one, and last one goes to, and he looks at both Rick, Zeta Beta, and Reinhardt. Franz. He looks at Rick and says, "Best thing you can do is strap it to your chest and blow yourself up and somehow survive it."
Die for the Emperor.
However, I don't think you'll get that close with that thing.
I most definitely can.
I do not doubt that you will certainly try.
Yes. And I
Yeah.
will succeed.
Yet I find your constant existence in the mortal plane amusing. So I'm sorry that you'll have to earn your death in another way.
Just what is it that Master Mao was given?
Thorium and deuterium explosive.
I am actually quite a good shot. So, where do you need me?
Right. If we make our way down, if we're spotted early, I want everyone to have the explosives ready and prepared to be thrown at the target. They have mechanically speaking, they have the same range as a standard grenade, so 3 times your strength. As for the damage, Morten has the damage.
Know that you're Mechanicus, but no, let's just go. Get it done.
Right.
I agree.
Okay.
Sounds like a pretty good plan.
Would you like to continue down the catwalks, or would you like to enter one of the many small tunnels that have been built into the mountain? So would you like to go into the human installations or in the natural caves?
Do we know what set of challenges each one will
Nope.
interact? No, just purely on vibes.
We would be quite exposed on the catwalks, but it would give us a good shooting line.
As well as for them, and a vulnerable spot for us.
Make a decision.
Human-made structures will be safer, but we do not know exactly where they will lead. Let's flip a coin.
We go through the what are called structures. Go through the structures. We don't know where they lead, but we can always double back. Agreed?
Right.
Indeed.
All right. Franz, you will lead the way. And I want everyone to roll a stealth test.
Use
Oh,
inspiration.
Jesus, Zeta.
If you had an inspiration, yeah.
I just
Well done.
succeed.
Anything you want to roll? Nice.
Remember, you can use inspiration to reroll.
Do keep in mind, you cannot have more than one inspiration at a time, so if you spend it, and next time Morten says you gain inspiration, you can basically recover it.
True, but 13% chance isn't great, to say the least.
Oof, yeah, I'll be honest, that just failure with 2 sounds pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So that's success with 7.
Alrighty. You begin to slither into these dark, rusted corridors. As you touch the walls, you will see signs of old cogitators, vents, rusted pipes. There's a scattering of light and occasionally a fan moving in the distance. The further you move in, the louder the machines get. As you move, you will hear voices, occasionally some loud grunts. Clearly mutated humans. Whenever you hear it, you stop for a moment. Everyone tries to be real quiet. Did anyone fail their stealth test?
I have.
How much?
Mastama. 2 degrees.
Okay. I see you got a nat 100 centimeter.
He
Cool.
rerolled it with the
okay.
inspiration later.
Cool. Mastemir, as everyone moves ahead, they are eerily quiet, stopping whenever they hear a voice. What happens that makes you slip up and release a sound?
Mastama bangs his head on one of our low-hanging ceiling beams and curses quite loudly.
Nice. As you curse, you can hear the echoing of the reverberation of the noise. And then
Frag it.
an eerie silence. As you continue, any of you can do a -40 navigate test. You're trying to find your way through by using the air currents and the sense of direction.
You have mentioned there were cogitators that we have been passing. Do any of them seem remotely operational?
There is, on all of the monitors you see, there's this frosted red copy, almost like a screen was burnt on top of the underlying screen. Whatever the cogitators are emitting is by now just a faint shadow underneath this red, cracked, burnt-in image of whatever it was on when the overcharge happened. They are operational, but quite difficult. Running on emergency power.
Well, I would certainly like to attempt it. Mastema does have an interface board which might facilitate interaction considering that the screen is hardly usable.
As you stop Mastema after banging your head, the rest of the group sort of stops for a moment, looks at you, and you can do a tech use test, -30.
-30. Would I get a bonus from the interface board?
I'll always let you know. You
Okay.
get bonuses from your items as standard.
As I would, or sorry?
Whatever items give you bonuses,
Okay.
that all counts.
So, if that item gives you a bonus to take use in that regard, you already have it. If it doesn't state it gives you a bonus, then it is what it is.
Sorry, I'm not quite understanding what you're saying. Is that a yes or no?
Unless the item states that you receive a bonus in this regard, no.
Okay, I don't know what you're trying to say, but here you go.
You have an item on you that gives you a bonus to tech stuff, or you just asking for a circumstance thing because it's a computer.
I've got an item.
If it says it gives it to you, you get it. Simple.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. That's it.
You got a combi tool, right?
Oh, of course, yes, I do have a combi tool.
Yeah, +20.
Describe
Sorry,
how you interface with the cogitator, Mastema.
Masterman kneels next to the cogitator. He carefully runs his fingers around the frame, feeling it out. He removes a panel, pulls out a combi tool, and attaches it and extends a couple of cables from it to the cogitator. He starts interfacing with it, using a small display on the tool to help him navigate through the process. There is a surprising lack of litanies on his part right now. There's just a deathly silence after he made a bit of a ruckus.
All right, you manage to access the machine. As you do, however, it is all just garbled, impossible text. Do a forbidden lore archaeotech test.
Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to remember all the different things, and
No, you're a new player. New players can take as much time as they want. It's your first session after all.
You know what? I'll re-roll that.
Yeah.
I can do better than that.
You have it trained, right?
I do.
Yes.
There we go.
Nice. Mastema, as you begin to interface, a punch card will be pulled out. It is rusted and quite thick. You immediately scrape off the surfaces, refurbishing the holes. You pull it in and out violently a few times, and then release it. After a while, strange symbols will appear on the screen. You immediately begin to think back to your training in archaeotech. Using logic instead of binary, these machines will allow you to operate the Mechanicus Manufactorum on instinct rather than through abstract means. Someone would have to be trained in the specific Manufactorum, but if you are adept, you could perhaps gain some information. These are shapes and various logical structures. Go ahead and do a logic test for me. -10.
Verily.
Sick. You immediately crack the combinations, printing out the exact codes that the machine spirit requires. You enter a registry. It contains all the latest movements of the Overseer. There's also a couple of entries. The last few accesses of this machine were from... Hold on. God, why is it not here? Well... Yes. There is someone named Jupit, a manufacturer. He's referenced several times. Kaplan as well. Apparently some cultists were operating here but were driven out. You find a report for the acting governor of Port Olympia, Ambrosius II, from the surviving city council. This report was written and entered into the machine around the time of the initial invasion of the Eldar. Then the most recent one that you witnessed. It is all in jarbled code. This is a saved backup of a paper note that was found by Jupit, and you can do a technical test. Always call out the results, because I'm not looking at the screen.
Right, sorry. On the dot, success.
Sick. Yeah. The report reads, several citizens have been questioned by the metallic figure. We estimate that 5,000 to 7,000 are dead. Some reporting strange events and rituals. After a hunt through the underground, the figure has finally moved on. Our men fear that it is still lingering and refuse to work. Our reports indicate that the figure was given information about our old machines in Vault 12 and proceeded there. We evacuate to Goth Karim. The invaders have turned the city to dust, and the majority of our reactor cores are safe in Repentance, Volgung, and Vault 6. We will now make our retreat. There are also access files to various parts of the Manufactorum.
Master might only intended to access the cogitator to enable them easy navigation on the tunnels, but it seems that he has quickly become rather engrossed in whatever he has found in the machine. He's definitely going to take note of what he's found there, as well as the access codes in particular, which might make the potential navigation easier. as well as escape later.
Alrighty. Then you continue on through the hallway. As you proceed a little further, you will hear a noise in the hallway beside you. Suddenly, a figure will emerge from the darkness. Everybody roll initiative.
Nice. How to start a fight?
Oh god, where's the initiative button?
Well, that sounds nice.
So first, the initiative is right below influence. You'll have agility and trust. Sometimes agility doesn't work, so modify the custom to be 1d10 plus your agility bonus.
Yeah, there we go.
Make sure to also click the token, your token, before rolling the initiative.
Oh, it didn't add my agility. That'd be a 10.
That's why you should change the custom to 1d10 plus your agility bonus.
I see.
I don't know why this
Okay,
is not
guys.
working for me.
When the battle begins, everyone will get
Okay.
15 to 20 seconds per round. You need to do your actions before your round comes up. Before it is your turn. If you do not finish in your turn, we will skip your turn. New players get as much time as they want for the first few rounds. What you see is a giant mutated monstrosity. No doubt the footsteps that you heard earlier were coming from these creatures. Has everyone rolled?
For
Did
initiative?
anyone not succeed in their roll?
No, everyone has
Zeta Beta, you
rolled
have
initiative.
not rolled yet.
He did say bear attack.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
Zeta's stepped away.
Then we're gonna do like this and skip his turn until he arrives. Okay, everyone. The creature was hiding in the darkness in the corridor next to you. He apparently heard you. As soon as you cross the corner, he will jump out at the first person he sees. Who goes first?
That's me, and the second he actually comes out,
Who's second
uh,
and who's third in line? What's your marching order?
It would be me because I'm always kind of in the front-ish.
Cool. Who's third?
Someone with a better weapon skill than me, that's for sure.
I guess Darren, you're the only one.
Oh, lovely.
Or would you like to not volunteer?
Oh, no, I'll volunteer.
I will let you guys choose. Who's third?
I volunteer Daryl's services.
Okay.
There you go, kid.
Okay. I'll earn my stripes today.
Alrighty. The hallway is quite narrow. It is also very dark. And the golem is gigantic. There are two of them. One of them will immediately jump into the middle of the hallway. You see his giant mutated face melted of all the muscles that are pressing on his neck. He immediately crushes one of the metal pipes next to the wall, and you will hear a little vent go off before he lunges at you, Franz.
and Franz will take out a plasma pistol, shoot him.
He gets a surprise
hit him.
round, so unless you have a reaction, he just attacks you.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, right, okay.
All good. Do a opposed strength test, please. Franz.
Opposed strength, okay.
Yeah. Just a normal strength test.
Oh, -4.
You.
Let's try that again.
Okay. His gigantic fat hand reaches for your neck.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
alrighty, he's going to succeed. He's going to grab you, pull you up against the wall, and you take 11 impact damage, ignoring armor, to the chest. 11 only reduced by your toughness. That was his surprise round.
Okay.
And Franz. Go ahead, Franz.
Well, Franz is actually held up. He pulls out his plasma pistol and goes, "Eat this." Says and fires what he calls plasma pistol, which causes 16 points of damage.
All good. You fire your plasma pistol. Rick, go.
And then, hold on. I guess Righteous Fury, so he then gets another 11 points.
Go, Rick. Go, Rick.
Spend a turn raging, so move on.
Daniel.
Seeing how his trumpet has been just thrown, Daniel pulls out the plasma gun, immediately engaging it to its maximal capacity as it unleashes a ball of hot fury directly from the Deus Mechanicum into the fleshy target, hitting it with 9 additional degrees and dealing 17 penetration to his desperate right leg.
Nice. It's gonna deal some damage to him. Let's see. 93. Good. Mastema.
Danger close. Mastema Mastema is going to shoot for the one that just slammed Franz. Take aim action, nice and slow, and then shoot it for standard. Just... There we go. That's a hit with 3 degrees.
Any bonuses from size, Martin?
Yes, you get a +10 to attack it.
Oh, +10. So 4, but still, that's 7.
Nice. Is that a burst or a single shot?
A single shot.
You have accurate on that weapon.
8 points of damage.
You also need to roll a additional 2d10.
Yeah, you're firing a long last. That
No, I don't think he knows how accurate works.
I do. I mean, it's 2 degrees past the first one, so I need 5 for 2d10.
No, it's a success with 4 additional, so in total it's 5.
Oh, okay.
Because it says with 3 additional besides the first one. Well, You gain a +10, so that 3 becomes a 4 to do the enemy size. And
That becomes
another,
18 then.
and
Much better.
another 1d10.
Yeah.
I've just rolled.
Oh, you roll 2d10s?
Yeah, he rolled a 1d10, which is a 1, and then he rolled a 10.
Ah.
Accurate damage bonus.
Okay.
Alrighty. That is total of 11, so that's 19 damage, or?
It's 18 damage, penetration 1.
Mhm.
Ooh, it has failing, so if it has unnatural toughness, that toughness is decreased by 4.
Nice, yeah, it does, in fact. So you're gonna shoot at a weak point between his giant pecs and penetrate the flesh.
Indeed.
How much pen in total is that?
Just one.
Ignoring how
one,
much toughness?
Ignoring 4
Oh,
GT.
4 toughness.
Ignoring 4, yeah, toughness. "18 penetrates 1 armor and 4 unnatural
Very
toughness."
well done. The huge golem will be hit in the chest. You see a huge burst of blood. He starts mumbling uncontrollably. And you can hear through this horrible garbled noise that there is a human underneath there somewhere.
Mastema has
It's
the benefit
also
of
likely that he is quite intelligent, despite his lack of speaking ability.
Mastema has the benefit of 2 pairs of eyes. His and his mechadendrite.
Nice.
Nice.
The golem. So that was your turn, Masama,
That was my turn.
I
Yes.
believe. Yeah. The first golem, you see him jump out in shock that his friend was hit by one of you. You see him almost like skip in place a couple of times, and then immediately runs through all of you, and you all have to do a toughness test. You have to oppose his strength.
Here is the mind
fuck.
killer.
He is a thunder charge. Nice.
Well, I managed to stop that boy.
I'd love to, but my computer is playing up.
And it's going to try to grapple you, Zedabeta. So if you fail on your strength, then he grapples you.
I succeeded in my toughness test. He stops before reaching Zeta Beta, just in me.
Just call out your degrees of success if you
A
succeed.
success with 3 additional. In
Oh,
total,
you-
4.
All right, you manage to stay on your feet.
Additional on Rick.
You stay on your feet.
He does pass me, though.
Mastema failed.
You, Mastema, get pushed to the side. Yeah, you're gonna fall on the ground, prone.
I got -1.
-1. Darren and Mastema, you get pummeled to the ground. So you're both prone. Zedabeta, did you succeed or?
Harry, could you do me a favor and roll for me? Because I can't actually...
I'm gonna roll for Zedabeta, since you're not here, Zedabeta. That is a failure.
Also roll for our boy here.
He
Ooh,
takes
50 toughness.
9 damage, ignoring everything. And he is now grappled and helpless. There you go.
We lost
Franz.
someone.
Franz succeeded with 2 additional.
Franz is here, but he is grappled, so he's not being trampled.
Yeah, true.
So he is helpless right now. This is the second round. So you're currently gonna see Franz and Zeta Beta held up by their neck up in the air, and these 2 giant creatures are choking them with one hand, and with the other they pull out a weapon. So while they're walking, they're kind of holding both of them a meter up from the ground. And you can see their dangling feet sort of kicking the air, trying to get some foothold. At that point, the first golem is going to fire a suppressive shot in this direction. All of you need to do a toughness test.
I presume not the ones that are grappled.
Right.
Motherfucker.
Mastema failed.
Oof.
-1.
-4, sorry.
Success. Mastema, you failed.
Yes.
I'm gonna use a reaction to use Command Terrify to nullify Mastema's suppression.
Press, never mind. I don't need to roll. Do
Yeah, you're frenzy, you don't need to roll.
Who failed? Darren.
Mastema failed. Daniel. Oh, never mind.
Failed his command. He tries to tell you something, but you can't hear him over the gunfire.
Mastema's ears are ringing. He can't hear anything.
Oh, wait, I didn't use inspiration to reroll that, please.
Mastema, Darren, you're both suppressed.
Mastema, luckily for you, you can read lips, and whatever Daniel told you, your snaps you back to reality, and no gravity is still there.
Really? Use command?
Yeah, you can use Command Terrify as a reaction, so you can dodge unless you have step aside next time. But one ally recovers from either fear or being pinned.
Nice. So you choose Mastema?
Yeah, he has the felling done.
Alrighty. Mastema, you are no longer afraid. You feel this wave of calm coming over you as Daniel just calmly turns around and says,
Fear's the mind killer. Fear's the small death that resides inside me.
Awesome.
I will not falter to fear.
You get an inspiration point, Mastema. Alrighty. Darren, it's your turn. You're frightened, so you can only run away to cover. Unfortunately. But,
Okay, so I will rush to cover over, behind that.
you can only take half actions. You can take a ballistic action, but at a -20. So,
So I can shoot?
first you have to get to cover.
Okay.
You can take a full action if it's to reach cover, though.
Right.
So what do I need to do to move?
So you can use your full action, run to cover, or you can use a half action to just move behind some crates or something.
Okay, I'll use half to move behind the crate,
Alrighty.
and then spin back to look at this behemoth here.
Excellent. Then you can do a willpower test
Okay, so that.
to see if you escape the pinning.
That's a success with 3.
Sick. You're no longer pinned. However, that is your action. You're now cowering
was a
behind a
long
crate. You're cowering behind a crate, holding onto your gun, surrounded by these gigantic, smelly monstrosities. Franz, what do you do? Skipping Franz's turn. Rick.
Why?
And what are you
Okay,
doing?
go.
You're in the grappa right now.
You can try to slip out. That's about it. You're helpless. So you can do an acrobatics to try to get out.
Okay.
It's a half action.
Yup.
Want me to roll for it?
You can also try an opposed strength test, but that's really hard. This guy's
He deadass is a mountain of body. I wouldn't recommend it.
No. It's an acrobatics plus 0. If you want
Yep.
And it's going to be a... Rick! Help!
Use your blood as lubricant and slip out.
Alright, I guess that's it.
Oh,
Rick,
yeah,
go ahead.
he's
You're not rolling? Okay, there it is. See?
No,
Like
there
I
it
said,
is.
use your
Alright.
blood as
yeah.
lubricant.
I rolled it for him.
Alright. You slip out, Franz. And I'm gonna say that's your turn, because these guys take a lot out of you. Rick.
Alright, would Mr. Golem like to dodge? Negative 50.
No, there's no point.
Oh, he's not dodging? Thank you. Thank you very much. Now it's time to take damage. Alright, well, lightning attack, so here come 5 hits. Stupid monkey. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Whoa.
Oh yes, the melee specialist.
Yeah.
Alrighty,
Yes,
he has 12 damage reduction. So you can calculate
And
that.
or is that toughness? Is that armor or? Oh, he's dead. Never mind.
That's pure toughness. 12.
12. So 5.
Up as soon as Rick. Wait, no, I forgot. Franz slips out. Rickard just leashes a flurry of blows, smashing this whatever that thing is to death. You.
Jesus Christ. I hate man. $27 plus 8. 35 damage in total.
Thank you,
plus this pro 15 armor, 15 toughness.
Very nice, very nice. You will bring him down to half wounds. He is wounded, so you can imagine what it looks like. You run up to him with your hammer, punching him again and again, once in the shoulder, in the leg, in the chest, and you just keep hammering away. Eventually you crack something in his chest, and you can see him almost like a wounded child just leaning up against the wall. And you can see him clutching something on his chest, blood running down his chest plate. Your hammer is now dripping with blood. Several blood veins have burst, and like fountains they just spurt this huge race of blood in your direction.
He also needs to make a toughness minus 10.
Yes, he does. He fails.
And as
However,
actually
he is
crashes-
immune.
Oh man.
Damn.
No, he's not immune to stunning.
as he actually crashes.
So how many rounds of
against
stunning
this
is that?
thing,
Degrees of failure.
What do you call it?
I think it's the
Franz
beast
will look
failure.
at Rick
Franz,
and say,
we're talking, my dude. You fucking.
Right.
Jeez.
Apologize.
2 rounds of. Okay. 2 rounds. There you go. Someone.
Concussion finally worked on somebody.
Yeah.
Finally.
Someone important too.
Alright, that's my turn.
Sick. Franz. Okay. Massim, go.
Didn't you skip over Daniel?
Oh, I think you did.
Go ahead.
Okay. Daniel looks at the flurry of blows that Rick managed, and he turns around to the rest, saying, "This is no different than the enemy we've faced 1,000 times before. Bring them to their knees and let them fall in the name of the Emperor." As he gives everyone a plus 10 to all of their tests until Daniel's is next turn.
Awesome. Very, very nice. Mastim.
Mastema definitely feels inspired by Daniel. He doesn't even get up. He rolls onto his back, uses his body as a brace for his last long lance, takes an aim action at the golem that's holding Zeta Beta and is trying to suppress them, and he takes a shot.
Awesome.
Let's see.
So this one.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Size modifier, and then whatever he did. That's 7.
You can add a point blank to that.
It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
Doesn't matter. So 9, and then 2d10. We're looking at 20 damage
Very nice. That is
with felling 4
felling 4. Awesome.
and penetration 1.
Excellent. He gets a shot in the chest, and you can see this red mark. Or actually, yeah, it is in the chest. This burn mark opens up, and you can see the pulsating of his gigantic heart, and immediately bursts into this red torrent down his chest. He immediately pulls Daniel to it instinctively with one hand, using him to close the wound. He looks at you almost like he's insulted. Zeta, are you back?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh?
And I see I'm grappled.
Oh, nice. Yep. You can do an acrobatics to get out. Or opposed strength.
Or wait, what? Which one? I thought
Opposed strength. I shouldn't even mention it because there's no point.
opposed strength.
I suggest acrobatics because you're fighting against a mountain of muscle, so it's easier to get away than to dominate the grapple.
Yep.
Alright. Yeah, I failed. Instead, I kind of like pulls finger into me a little bit.
What about nice, Mistima. What about Doggo?
Doggo, yes, I'll authorize him to bite with a chain blade.
Alright. Do you have the roll?
Let's see here.
I can roll
yes,
for you. I
do have the
remember,
roll.
I remember
Give
the
me a second.
stats. It's fine. He's
Oh,
unfortunately.
I already have the page open.
Okay, go on.
Man, that plus 10
Damn.
that you guys don't remember wouldn't have helped
No.
at all.
All right, yeah.
Dago's teeth begin to vibrate with the chainsaw action, grabbing the creature's head. He's gonna jump up and try to bite his jaw. However, the giant golem is gonna push him off his shoulder, and you see Dago sort of bounce against the wall, then against the ground, and his mechanical legs are gonna frantically try to get him back up. This golem is going to try to squeeze your neck even tighter, Zeta Beta. You take 14 impact damage, ignoring armor, to the chest. And with the other hand, he's going to pull out a weapon and attack you, Daniel.
I'd like to see him try. I'm gonna attempt to dodge. Oh,
You
no,
have-
that's deceive. My bad.
You have minus 60 inescapable attack.
I accidentally clicked on the save and wasted a nat 1.
No.
Oh, for
That roll
fuck's
definitely
sake.
counts. That definitely counts.
Oh yes, just Daniel on the ground doing his best bluff. You didn't hit me, just his ribs on the other side of the room.
Minus
The
20.
worst part is, if he actually tried to do deceive here, it would have worked. Because one auto succeeds on everything. But go ahead.
What was it? Minus 20?
No, minus 50.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Of course it never is easy with you, is it?
As if your rolls were any easier.
Yeah, fuck you. Oh, that minus 50 turns to minus 20 because I have Vermilion Line Cloak and he needs to roll he rolls with minus 30 to hit me.
No, he just bumped into you. I'm gonna nullify that.
I didn't move. I did not move last round.
He knows where you are.
Yeah. Okay, minus 50. Ugh. Yeah.
Plus
Yeah.
10?
No, oh yeah, yeah, it doesn't help me at all. It's minus 6 solo.
Do you want to reroll?
Shoot, get better.
I'm gonna reroll, but Gee, minus 40.
Oh, wait, my boy, what's the chance of success?
25%.
It's 35 with Inspired, but yeah. I swear to God, if I'm gonna... Is it to the chest?
Let's see. It is to the right leg.
Left. I swear to fucking God, if you said left leg.
It's right
Yeah.
leg, it's gonna be fine.
Same as before, it's failure.
Damn. It's too bad.
No.
The attack is gonna hit your right leg.
Okay.
That is a total of... Yikes. Oh my god. Oh no! Tavi!
I think I'm dead. It's been a pleasure,
Tavi, my good man. My good man. Good lord.
We're dead.
Good lord.
I swear to God, he
Oh
does
my
this on
God.
purpose.
I rolled maximum damage on all the die. Almost. Okay, I'm gonna make sure that I get this right.
So is this character number 3, Tavi?
No, it's character number.
Don't you have a force
4.
field? Do you have a force field?
Of course not. I didn't turn a force field yet. You think I just start with one off the gate?
Don't you have one though?
No. We can't
You
lose
gotta
shit,
react
Morten.
to little fanboy. Or is that just me? Because I remember someone else getting a shield as well.
Yeah, Sam did it,
Abby.
but I don't.
Tavi, have faith.
You see this giant bloated mutant monstrosity pull out a hammer from his side. While he's choking your friend, he is going to level it at your leg, and with a thud, you just feel this thunderous noise as it hits your right leg for a total of 33 impact damage.
Penetration?
None.
Oh
That's
wait,
still
Red
not
Fury,
bad.
yeah, never mind.
That goes for 24. That goes clean, and I'm at minus 10 critical left leg.
Jeez.
Oh, right leg. My bad. One shot.
Four.
Welcome to Nam, gentlemen.
The hit rips apart the flesh of the leg, causing blood to spray in all directions, even as the target tries futilely to stop the sudden flood of vital fluid. He falls to the ground and dies in a spreading pool of gore. Such is the agony of the target's death that his horrible screams drown out all conversation within 2d10 meters for the rest of the round.
8 meters.
You don't have any fate points, do you?
I do have a fate point, but how will I recover in this situation? We're in bumfuck nowhere. Do you see any Medicaid available nearby with a lead
There's
replacement?
lava. You cauterize the wound.
Yeah, the Medicaid is like currently in the hands of a giant, so get me out first before.
I shit you now, without the lead I might as well be dead, because the next athletics or acrobatics check, I'm done. I automatically failed that without both legs. Not to mention stealth. It's
We-
Jover.
We
Daniel?
can rebuild them. We have the.
Daniel, what would you like to do? Any last words for your character as your leg explodes?
No, but I can I describe the scene?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay, so as let me check. I want to get this right. So as Zeta Beta is flailing, struggling with with this behemoth, this mountain of muscle, Dodo jumps over Daniel's shoulder, landing upon the titanic figure, biting at its neck, but its chainsaw teeth are not thick enough or strong enough to pierce through the augmented flesh. Throwing Doro to the side, landing on Daniel, throwing him to the ground as Doro bounces off a wall and further down. He tries to recuperate as the monster, flailing, trying to reciprocate the attack, lands this massive club or hammer, instrument of pain and death, right upon Daniel's leg as he sees it. Seconds become minutes. Thoughts takes hours as he tries to flail back, but it's too late. It smashes cleanly, breaks the leg in two as the strongest bone in the body just shatters completely under this foe's mighty blow. Holding his leg with sheer agony as his screams become a gurgling sound as his larynx is just shattered due to the sheer force of the air going through them. Daniel, in a last-ditch effort, reaches for his plasma gun, attempting to shoot what remains of his leg in order to stop this unending flow of blood. Yet as he's about to pull the trigger, he crashes, shock taking its toll upon his bio-temple of a body, and he falls limp with only a dreadful expression of fear and pain plastered eternally upon his face.
Yeah, this lasts for like 2 seconds. You'll just see the hammer go down. Boom! Leg explodes, gets detached from his body. Daniel falls lifeless to the corner of the hallway. That's gonna be him. This dude is gonna continue choking you, Franz. You take another 11 impact damage to the chest. Then he's going to prepare an action. Everyone do a Fear 1 test, please. That is a willpower test -10.
Good luck, fellows.
He's going to let out a shriek. And you all feel helpless as you see Daniel dying in the corner of the hallway. Everyone screaming. A dread fills the hallway. Very difficult to stay brave right now.
You gave me another inspiration, right?
Yep. I should.
I'm gonna re-roll a failure.
Mm-hmm.
Case.
Oh,
no
bad
dice.
luck. How about the rest of you?
I got a 4.
4. Okay. Everyone who fails, you need to roll for a shock.
I just succeed.
It's level 1, is it?
So, if you do a shock test, you need to do a 1d10, 1d100 with plus 10 per degree of failure. So, if you failed your willpower, do a 1d10, 1d100 rather, with 10 for each degree of failure.
Those jaded, what do you call it?
Jaded lets you ignore this threat.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay, sure. That's 61.
Mm-hmm. 61. Fair shock. Let's bring out the shock table. You just managed to break into the upper level here. The character is frozen by terror. He can take no action for himself. After snapping out of it, he makes all tests with a -10. So you need to snap out of it with a willpower test.
Okay. Cool.
Yep. Let's give you an icon there. So you're frightened, no one else has any effects? Darren, did you roll? Yes.
Yeah.
Very nice. Darren, it's your turn. What do you do?
Alright, I will take aim at this behemoth of a behemoth and send a burst fire into his back.
Yes.
Alright, how do I roll for the shooty thingy? Do I do hit or
In
damage?
the gear button, take the weapon you
Oh.
want to use, and then press hit.
Hit. And then
Close.
no aim.
No aim, or if you want to aim, is half aim, and whatever rate of fire you're shooting, and then point blank range.
Full aim or half aim, I guess.
Sure.
And then how do I? There's no other options, so just send it.
Hey, yeah, unless you have other bonuses, that's it.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
plus
point
10
blank.
modifier to the due to the enemy size.
True. Yeah, you have
And-
plus 10 too.
Semi-auto. I guess it would be full auto. Would be burst.
No,
Is that
burst
you?
is semi-auto.
Semi-auto. Okay.
But full auto is better because it's for every additional instead of for every 2 additional another hit.
Gotcha. And send it. Modifiers. No. Okay.
That's
Awesome.
3 hits.
That's a hit.
Mm,
And it's a hit in the right arm, I think.
Right arm,
Yes,
yes.
right arm. Roll the damage.
How do
This
I?
was
roll?
a burst.
Then you click on the
attack.
damage button.
There we go.
Click on the damage button
6.
2 times. 2 times.
Yes.
Because
Oh,
you
2
hit
times?
it twice.
And 5.
Nice. You release some rounds into the beasts, and you can see it just slightly flinch and look in your direction. It seems to be ignoring it. There's like big, bright red lights in the hole, like flickering, like you're turning off on and off light really fast. It is blinding, and by the time the smoke rises to the air, you look at the beast. Not a scratch. It did not injure him. You're gonna need a bigger gun. Franz.
Well, as Franz is slowly lifted from the ground by his neck, he whips round a lasgun.
No, you're no longer grappled.
Alright,
The creature
okay.
is stunned.
Flip out of that with your blood. This is freaking slippery boy.
Okay, well then he basically what he called shoots him while he's on the ground with a hot shot lasgun, causing 12 damage, pen 7, and 7 damage, pen 7.
Nice. Okay, cool. The creature gets hit. You can see more.
And his entire words were, "Just freaking die!"
Awesome. You get an inspiration point. Rick.
Now, Mr. Golem's still not gonna dodge.
He doesn't care about bullets or hammers.
Such a dumb creature. Anyway, 8 attacks.
Rick, kill him! Kill him! Kill him!
Alright, wait, no,
I
that's
think
the
that's
wrong one.
what's about to
Ignore
happen.
that.
I'm pretty sure.
Ignore that one. That's the wrong one. And here we go. 1, 2.
He's gonna parry this. No, he
Negative
can't.
80.
He's stunned. No, he can't parry.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more. 1, 2,
God.
3, 4. I love lightning attacks. Is that 4? I mean, is that 8?
Jesus.
One more.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh wait, no, that is 8.
Okay, we get the... We get it. We don't even have to look. We don't even have to...
Oh, can you learn this power?
Jesus.
It's called just dump experience.
Okay, Rick. The creature dies. Would you like to describe what happens?
Yeah, as Rick sees Daniel's body flying and thump against the wall, he turns to look at the creature in the eyes. And, you're gonna die, and you're gonna live to feel every second of it. As he starts just going for the arms and legs, breaking those off at the joints, just slamming down as it pops off like a chicken wing. Then goes for the next arm, then the leg, and then finally on the final hit, he just looks at its eyes. If only you could scream. As he just pops off this head with a thundering smack.
Nice. You get an inspiration point. The final blow just leaves the creature crippled for a few moments, still alive. It starts to curse at you. Finally, you just slice the head clean off. It lands like just a heap of flesh in the corner of the room. Franz, you kind of step away as it lands between your feet. Huge pool of blood starts to spread out. Daniel.
He's dead.
I'm dead. My guy.
What are you dreaming about?
Nothing. I'm dead. Neural activity 0.
Neural activity 0? Your leg died, bro.
I
brain
died
is
of
still there.
shock.
It's a save point, my boy. You don't want to live? You don't want to live?
Nervous system is just a jover.
I'm extending an olive branch.
No, man.
You could say you have neurons, bro.
Listen,
It was just a leg.
Listen, I understand, but the circumstances do not allow me to live. We're in no man's land with no prosthetics. It's Jover.
Living up already.
Really?
We can rebuild you. It's
Yeah.
fine.
You don't want to burn a fate point still alive?
No,
Yeah. No, he's good with this. He's accepting his
No,
fate.
this will actually damage the team, so no.
You want to play
No.
a different character, Davy?
No, fucking... Dude, unless you find a way for the lead to grow back,
You're
I'm
in a
not jeopardizing...
You're in a manufacturer.
Cybernetic factory, you know for a fact there's a cybernetic peg leg sitting somewhere. Which may be
Oh, there's
rusty and
gotta
kill
be.
you later, but still.
And we've got people who do crazy science.
You know what? Fuck it. Fine. I will use a faith point for Daniel to recover consciousness and just cauterize the wound with
There you
his
go.
plasma gun.
Peer
Yeah,
pressure.
yeah. You live another session. You're gonna die the next one again.
There better be a leg more than I fucking swear.
No, you're gonna be limping around. That's what you get. You get what you fucking deserve. Nastim.
Well, Mastema was shocked by the sheer fact that Daniel's encouraging words were suddenly replaced by blood-curdling screams, so he needs to snap out of it. He does not snap out of it. He is screaming alongside Daniel.
Oof.
That's
You get a plus 30 because you didn't get... No, this is a fair effect.
plus 30 from what?
No. I thought you were
He's
suppressed.
thinking of pinned. No, it's not pinned.
But if you don't want to survive, it's okay. We can burn the tie.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
I'll survive.
No,
I know you need a Lord character.
I mean, I'm happy to, recover this if there's a way, but, you know.
Nice. Say it better. You get a plus 20.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue trying to escape.
You get a plus 20 to your acrobatics.
Oh, thank you. I absolutely do need that.
Ooh.
Oh,
Nice.
why couldn't you been in one?
You slip out of his grip, and you still have your full action. Or rather, a half action.
A half action. I'm starving him with a sword.
Okay. He's not gonna parry.
Alright, I do 2 additional,
Nice.
and I do 15, 2 pen.
Nice. That actually deals some damage to him. Excellent. Let's delete him. The golem is going to turn to... He's going to turn around to you, Darren. And he's going to fire at you. He's dropping his hammer and pulling out what he calls a mega gun from his back. It is a giant, looks like a minigun.
Oh.
He's sort of just grappling it, and half of it is up his arm. It's barely sticking out from his forearm, and there's like a grip at the front to release the trigger. He starts releasing it in the air and then aiming it down towards you, and you can hear this horrible shrieking, rattling sound. I suggest dodging from this.
Alright, so acrobatics. Is that what I should roll?
Dodge if it's a gun. It's a gun, right?
Is he?
Dodge.
Where's dodge? Oh, there it is. Oh shit. -3.
Take my inspiration.
You should reroll.
-4.
Oh no.
Oh, is
fellow
dead. 2 people in
fate.
a round. Sheesh.
Lucky for you, the creature misses. He has a rare fumble where the gun just starts going awry, and just you see Cogitator's equipment, pipes explode, wires flailing about, electrical currents, sparks flying, panels drop off the walls, screws and bolts hit you in the face, and the whole hallway just lights up in this inferno of flames.
You
Darren,
couldn't have told
it's
me
your turn.
about that before I just actually lost that inspiration.
Go ahead, Darren.
Oh, okay. I will. If I want to switch weapons, do I use a action?
Yes, unless you got quick draw thing, I think.
Yeah, it's
Right, Tabby, or-
half action, I think, unless you have
Yep.
quick draw.
Don't. So I use I guess half an action to draw my heavy stubber.
Use the other half to
awesome.
shoot him in the face.
Unless you have
Pretty
quick
much.
draw. If you have quick draw, you can do it for free.
I do not.
Okay.
Alright, so then I will fucking send it with half aim, point blank. I guess it would be
Already
full
spent
auto.
one.
Alright. Yeah, you got plus 10 as well.
He needs to brace it, right?
What are you firing?
Heavy stubber.
Heavy summer. Do you have
I-
bulging biceps?
What did you say I have? You said what I had.
Bulging biceps.
Does the weapon have self-stabilizing?
No.
You
Yeah,
have to
both
spend a half. You can choose not to stabilize and get a -20, or spend a half action to stabilize and you don't get a -20 when firing it.
It's actually -30. Oof.
Oh, my bad.
Oof.
So
That's a big-
stabilize it then.
Do you think you're lucky? Yeah, stabilize that thing.
Then you don't get the half aim. If you wanna
Oh,
spend
so it
the
takes a half a point to stabilize.
Yeah.
half action.
Alright, so I will not use a. I will just fucking send it.
Okay.
So then I'll do the. That hit. No aim. Point blank.
Are you stabilizing or?
Not stabilizing. And then modifier put negative what?
Negative 20. Due to enemy size being plus 10, that minus 30 becomes a minus 20.
Right.
Okay. Send it. 7.
Oh shit!
Ooh, nice. Yeah, that's as many hits as you want.
But it's only one hit. That type is a single shot.
Apparently, you can't do semi-auto or full
No,
auto
you
while
actually
blazing.
can't do single shot with a heavy stubber. It's 8
No, yeah, it's full automatic.
automatic,
Ah.
fully
Full
automatic.
automatic, so it
Oh,
becomes
baby,
such stress.
7 hits.
That's 7
How
hits.
many? Yeah, 80 hits.
No, that's that type turns from plus 10 to minus 10, so it becomes success with
Oh yeah, true.
5 additional, so 6 hits in total.
Remember when you fire the heavy stubber to always do full auto, because it can't fire anything else.
6. Okay. So 11, 11, 8, 11, 7, and 7.
Wonderful. You sure you're
We get
calculating the damage right?
I think so.
1d10
check
plus
the-
1d10 plus 4, and then 3 pen, and then you probably have some bonuses from talents.
Yeah.
Do you have mighty shot?
My talents are weapon training, rapidly reload.
Yeah, we don't have to go
combat
through.
mastery.
We can do it later. So, okay, you fire at it. You see bullets impacting, exploding, and after the smoke clears, you see some wounds and bleeding. Franz. Rick.
So,
My turn, so
Through the
never
red-
mind. Aaron, take your thing.
so through the smoke, you'll actually see a rather beat up Commissar looking at the golem that is currently attacking the team. Level his lance rifle and go, "If you want to fight, come over here." And then what he called with one hand, what he called shoot and hit with 60.
Nice, that's a headshot.
Hold on, sorry, 3 additional.
Hmm.
And then it's what he called damage 5 and damage 13.
13 and 5. Alright.
Says pen 7.
Pen 7. You
At which
impacted.
point then he then drops his las gun and pulls out his power sword.
Wonderful, that did some damage. The creature will be bleeding profusely from his arms and chest at this point. Rick.
All right. So, is he gonna try to dodge? I know it can't, but
This
still.
guy is gonna try to parry, actually.
Negative 70.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
That is a failure.
All right. So, as Rick turns to look at him, as he points his warhammer as he walks towards him, let's make this a family reunion in hell. All right, 7 hits coming. 1,
Oh god.
3,
Math.
4, 5,
Jeez.
6, 7. Hey, my man.
12
I
damage
used
reduction.
attack.
Because I'm gonna do the fucking...
All right, what's the damage reduction?
12.
12. Any
Jesus
armor, is that pure
Christ.
toughness?
That's all there is. 12.
Pure toughness? All right.
25 24, 20,
No, no.
18. I can't be.
It's 12 toughness. It's not reduced by penetration.
Alright, let me take this off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What do you call with penetration 5?
No, the penetration doesn't act on toughness.
It's all toughness, my man. It's all toughness.
Oh,
All that
right.
armor, damage reduction, toughness. Yeah. Anyway, now let me do the math. Alright, so it should be dead unless it has a lot more health.
It should. Okay. 30,
On the first one.
Yeah. It's completely fucking dead, of course. Rick, you just pummel it up against the wall. After like 2 or 3 punches, you can see its head get knocked back. Something happens with the brain Reno in this thing, and it just like jiggles back and forth, and it just starts reaching out, just standing there helpless. You damage something critical. And at that point, everyone stands back, as you see just Rick, almost like he's tearing down a wall. He's just like upper hand slamming this thing in the gut repeatedly again and again and again. Eventually, a part of his chest bursts open, and this flood of blood just sprays out on all of you. Daniel, kneeling on the ground, just gets bathed in it. The creature falls down. Its heavy arm lands in the lap of Daniel's severed leg.
How the big man falls. That's how you do a job. Alright.
Nice.
Pick up Daniel, we keep moving.
You get an inspiration point, Rick.
Yeah, baby.
Well done. Everybody's out of whatever fear effects they had. And you can take it from here. We're out of combat.
Look at Zeta Beta.
See,
Do your job.
Okay. Give me what?
Nah, I can see his leg
My
bleeding.
ribs.
Not my problem. Do your job. Alright.
Let's do a 7-minute break while you guys can talk and heal up and figure everything out. 7-minute toilet break.
Fucking always like, I just see his leg bleeding. Which one? The one over there or the whatever is still attached to him?
I'm just going to try to sew back on your leg.
That would be ideal, yes. The issue is that it's pulverized. It's not cut. It got pulverized.
Let the magic
duct tape out.
man do his job.
Just take some duct tape out. Wrap his leg up. Slap him on the
Listen,
shoulder and give him a hold.
It better be the same size as
well-
it was previously. Fucking flat, my guy. You're using I
Yeah.
don't care, you're using a faith point or something. I ain't spawning back on criticals.
Yeah, I think there's a. Is that first aid?
Yeah, first aid.
It's
I
actually
think
medic.
Zeta's the medic
Um,
here.
I
I think.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Yeah, first aid
Well,
takes a
what
lot of
you'll see-
penalties.
it's really-
from-
He has
what you'll see is what I call the commissar come over and say, well, everyone did really well. Rick, can I have a word?
Oh, I saw. Walking over to you as I say this because, yeah, words.
As I go into the, away from the rest of the group, what he called, he says, have you ever considered being a commissar?
No, I don't like killing my friends. Also, I don't like using a gun.
It's not always about killing your friends.
Kinda is, though. Otherwise, you just be an officer.
You kill when you have to. You kill when we have to make a statement.
A statement
Yes,
just
I
fine
know.
by killing the enemy instead, like I did to those weird rock things. I don't even know what they're called. Well, whatever.
Who cares?
Is that the only thing you had to be a recruitment for a commissar where we don't really have an army for that anymore? That's not in the orbit. Or dead in the field, or inside a Tyranid's gut, or just abandoned in the city, which is probably dead by now.
No, we don't, but someone has to look after them after I am gone.
You see, the thing is, I'm probably gonna die before you, especially with the stuff I do. I feel like
Consider it.
Dan would probably like that a lot more than me being a commissar. I ain't the tactical thinker. I'm better than you, but that's not that much. And I don't really like leading, because I don't like the responsibility of it. At all.
Well, we don't know each other, so
Yes, but I knew your father. However long that was. I think your father. I'm not sure. Aren't you all you commissars related? Isn't it a family thing? Or am I thinking that wrong and I'm thinking about something else?
find this funny. Do you? You find this funny, Rick?
I find everything funny from a certain perspective. It lets me keep my sanity and not become depressed like certain people.
Before Charney, I lost my mentor, my father, my mother, my wife, and my unborn child. If you ever mention something like that again, I will put a bullet in the back of your head. Do you understand?
Dan, what
I
you said?
offered you an opportunity, and you spat in my face.
Because I tell you what I think honestly, and I don't really like commissars honestly. And my moral view of the world is very different from most people. The people that I've talked to about this know this. That's how I'm able to do everything I do and not change at all. Lesser people would probably break or go insane, and I am perfectly fine. Maybe
Right.
later and start
Let's
thinking back.
continue
Oh, yeah.
where we left off.
I feel that at some stage, you and me are going to come to
In character,
One of us is
quiet.
probably gonna be dead before
let's
that.
begin.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah.
And as fun as this conversation's been, we have a mission to do. As I'm just gonna leave you there. Whoop whoop. Alright.
Zedibet is like just reattaching his leg, connecting all nerves, blood tissue, and whatnot. It's like, stop fidgeting, Daniel.
But I cannot wait up until you put me out of criticals, my right? Or an hour passes, whichever is faster. I ain't fidget. Whatever fidgeting is there is mechanical, my right? It's your issue, not mine.
An unconscious man.
It's your
right now.
fidgeting.
Yeah, well, how about you stop pulling on the nerves?
How else am I supposed to reattach them?
I thought you were a doctor. It's not. Actually, why am I even touching? I'm unconscious.
Yeah, exactly.
This was just you
So yeah,
replying
this is
in
all
your
in your
mind.
head. Yeah, it's all in
Yeah.
your head, man.
Bro's
Mas-
having an intricate conversation. All we're seeing is him talking to like a unconscious body. It's like,
Masterma finally gets up as well. His face the color of chalk, and his robe even redder than before. Now it's not just red dye, but something far worse. He takes stock of the situation. Zeta Beta seems to have Daniel under control. Who else requires medical attention?
Well, it would be quite helpful if I got some. However,
I'll be with you in a moment. Get in line.
Sit down, Miss von Richard. Yes. Sit down.
yes. Yes, fantastic. Always the bedside manner.
He sits him down on one of the golems and starts applying first aid. Might as well.
I'll move up down the hall and kind of kneel down with my rifle, my las gun raised, watching down the hallway.
You can do an awareness test, Darren.
God damn
I
it.
also join him because I have nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Except to the opposite end because 2 entrances, I think.
-1.
That's a 3-degree failure on that first aid.
Oh, slams needle into his fucking femoral artery.
It certainly sounds that way.
Now you see, you're built a bit different to my usual patients, and most of them tend to be dead anyway. So please be patient with me.
Oh, I was waiting for a flesh is weak type of quote.
That doesn't seem to work. Yeah, not much that Mastermark can do for Franz, it seems. Now, let's
Give
take
me
a look at
moment,
those.
I will assist you.
Let's take a look at those golems. Is what Masterma is gonna do.
They are
They seem to
bloated mutant monstrosities wrapped in leather and chains. They seem to be specifically geared mutation. These are not accidents. Someone very skilled in the art of biomancy and genetic alteration.
Seems like it.
And you can do a knowledge navigator's test.
Forbidden knowledge?
No.
No.
Scholastic.
Okay. Well, I don't. I do have a, what is it called? Infused knowledge. So I'm just gonna
Then
do
you
it
can
at
do
a
it.
default. No.
It's a common lore.
No. Well, either way, 5 degrees of success.
Very nice. You inspect the markings of this creature, the nature of the mutations. As you sort of slowly push the head to one side, you hear the crackling of the spine, completely severed from its head. One of the eyes is sort of sticking straight up, stuck, and the other one is straight forward. The eyes are flared open. It has a mutational load and nature that is reminiscent of the Navigator House, Emed Useli. You're quite certain that this belongs to that Navigator House. And they all consider themselves children of their patriarch, Novella. Whether or not this guy considers himself a son, or if he was controlled by Arhart, the Chaos Space Marine, is uncertain. But they definitely belong to the Navigator House.
How low have the mighty fallen to be reduced to this state? Interesting mutational stock to be using members of a Navigator House. You would think there would be a rare enough commodity that they would be suitable for more demanding experiments. Perhaps we should be fortunate that they have not used them for more appropriate blasphemous means. It seems to be almost the Masterma half monologuing to himself as he inspects the golems with academic curiosity.
But you get an inspiration point.
Thank you.
After finishing up with Daniel's leg, of reattaching his other leg, he's going to go to Franz. Now, what seems to be the problem with you now?
My throat seems to be a bit compromised, and I hurt all over.
You should stop smoking glow sticks.
I don't smoke glow sticks. Although maybe
That's what they always say. Hold still. That's what they always say.
Getting grabbed by massive creatures by the throat.
Funny. Would you see this Mechadendroid Medicae just come on down and start like opening your mouth and tubes start sliding down? Go, relax. Let me do my thing. I gotta go a little too rough. Cause you to choke a little bit.
I can assist it. I could have assisted him, right? That's a mechanic.
Yeah.
Bro, it's still not enough. It's still a failure.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just gonna try again.
Inspiration for that because
Do you
this
mind
is
helping?
bad.
Yeah. Masterma comes back to Franz after failing to do anything for him, and he's just looming over Zeta Beta's shoulder.
Zeta, I'll get you take my inspiration because this is funny.
Yes, I would like your inspiration, please.
Watch out you do
Okay,
not sever his trachea. That would be most unfortunate.
Nice.
Alright, not better.
That would be unfortunate. What
Zeta
forge will you sire from?
I was born on Plauros Secundus. Spinward
Never heard of
of the
that.
sector.
Never heard of that Forge World.
There are many across the Imperium.
Very well.
Now, do not distract yourself. Focus your senses on your patient.
I assure you, I can see him and you.
Be quiet.
Yes, I can feel your flesh forming onto my mechadendrite, you sicko.
Aaron, you get an inspiration point.
Oh, God.
I can only heal you for like 5 at the. Wait. Yeah, I can only heal you for 5 right now.
And what you'll see is him slowly reaching towards his plasma pistol.
I'm just gonna wait for Doggo to come over just to calmly lay on top of your hand towards the plasma pistol.
Once again,
At which point, I'm just gonna pull out the mechadendrite from your throat slowly.
May I recommend using lubrication next time to ease the process?
You should have been fine.
he's now pointing the plasma pistol at Cerebita. Going, I was shot in them as he passes out.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
And after that's done, Mastama's going to just make sure that all of Daniel's equipment is basically what's the word? Hanging on him, making sure we haven't, he's not going to lose anything. One of you will have to carry this one.
Daniel, you should be fine. Should
Is he
be.
conscious?
Give him a few slaps on the face, he should be fine.
I do not suppose any of you have combat stimulants that may assist in his activity for now.
No,
Like I said before,
I don't. But it would have been nice if someone could have actually cushioned my fall. You're the worst doctor ever.
Over to the unconscious Daniel and leads next to him. If you don't wake up, he's gonna stick his thing down your throat like he did to. I can't.
Now, I do not believe it's his throat that is in jeopardy.
It would be his leg, which is reattached. Just wake him up. He'll be fine.
Happy actually there or not? I don't think he's actually there if he's not responding at all.
Yeah.
You hit the Mechanicus.
All right, moving on. Now we have an actual plan to do. Because what are we doing next? Keep going on the tunnel.
Oh yeah, sure. Let's just, do stuff.
I am concerned about finding more of these mutated humans. If there is someone still present who is capable of twisting flesh in such a manner, who knows what other aberrations they have spawned.
I kind of turn my head back slightly while still keeping my eyes downrange. Might I suggest something? If we could find ourselves a map in a security room, we could probably check the cameras to see where the clearings are.
I'm going to inject Daniel with a small dose of a sedative that usually wakes up people slowly.
I don't know. Not after he's experienced, a lot of blood loss. Adrenaline, maybe? Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, a little bit of adrenaline. I'll just put like a little bit of adrenaline into him.
It's waking up after an adrenaline shot right into my heart.
He wakes up and immediately
I
passes
think
out.
he's waking up.
As you see him blink and get up, sweating with a pale face, saying, "Am I dead?"
You are
No,
currently
if you're dead
still
in the house of...
Go ahead.
If you were dead and your so-called House of the Emperor looked like this, I would have told you, go back to being alive.
Well, I thought I was in hell after seeing your early mud first thing I wake up.
This might as well be considered hell.
Touché.
One of you fix my ribs now.
I look at my leg. Is it there? What am I looking at?
Yeah, it's there.
Okay, cool.
Your leg's there. It's just that there's like a bunch of bandages around where where the flesh got torn off.
Don't presume I can stand on this, can I?
Allow me to attend to you,
Unless
Zeta Beta 78. And now it's time for Masterma to lay his hands on the Skitari. Man, I'm a really bad doctor. I'm gonna spend my inspiration to reroll this because.
Stop ripping out my ribs.
There we go. Natural.
Oh shit!
Damn. Nice.
See, I'm a good doctor.
Wow.
So
I invoke the holy tradition.
The Holy Grail. Okay, wait. Well.
You have to introduce it now.
Go.
Medicaid first.
There you go. What's the role?
Oh, okay. So Masten. Mastema? What the fuck? Anyway, we have a tradition. If you roll a nat 1, you have the opportunity of earning a faith point ahead of time. You must gloriously describe how you do this action in a time limit granted to you by a sound cue.
By a what?
A sound cue. It's a short music
Oh,
and
okay,
just to
sound cue.
finish.
Okay.
Yeah. Make it as glorious as you can.
No, I mean, I can try. Mastama uses Zeta Beta's own mechadendroids for assistance. He takes off, he squeezes out a little bit of the various chemicals that he uses to numb the pain and stimulate the body's repair mechanisms. He gently checks for injuries, sets a couple of bones, wraps a little bit of material around the mechanized body of Zeta Beta to make sure that he doesn't move anything. A couple of catechisms of healing and mechanized mending are spoken over the wounds. And whilst that is happening, he is gently beeping out activating mechanisms for activating codes for his machine's repair cycles. All the while they are sitting on one of the golems, and blood is slowly seeping from Mastama's robes.
Wow, you made it to the end. You get a fate
Nice.
point.
I don't
That's
think that was
amazing.
very good, though.
Well, it's the first.
It's
It's the first
good on
one.
the spot without
Yeah.
knowing ahead of time. That was pretty good.
It's good, man. So that's how we
You
do
did good
it.
for the first time.
If you roll a one,
Hit that one.
that's like the most optimal thing that could possibly happen, taken to the nth degree. So just think of it that way.
The fact
That's
that
very
we
good.
also roll more often net hundreds than net ones, it also gives it extra oomph,
Yeah.
you know?
Unfortunately, I'm not very good at
Still have
with,
not rolled any nat ones, and I've rolled like 3 or 4 900s,
So
which
if
is
you have spent the fate point, you regain it, Mastama.
I've spent an inspiration to reroll.
Then you regain the inspiration.
Okay. Does that fate point can take me above my maximum?
Nope.
No? Oh, okay. That's fine. Cool. But yeah, as I said, I'm not very good at coming up with this stuff on the fly.
That was great.
No, it was pretty good anyway.
Yeah, it's
Thank
fine.
In that case, I believe that is 11 wounds that you recover.
Thank goodness.
Were you heavily wounded? Well, I think that's below half your wounds. But that might
It
actually
was
just
way below half my wounds. I was -1.
-1. Okay. So
That's minus
it's
one.
actually
Yeah.
a bit less than that. Let me just double check. So you had 1 point of critical damage. Okay, so that's 9. Okay, so it's 9 in total. Sorry, 10. 10, yeah. Goes from 11 to 10 because I take a -10 penalty for a point of critical damage. Yep.
Okay.
So that brings it to 9 wounds. It is clearly apparent that Mastama is far more familiar working with a little bit of technology rather than pure flesh.
Gentlemen, it seems that for me, I've started off with a round leg. However, overall, we're still all in one piece, although some of us more than others. Nevertheless, the mission continues.
Testing.
Can we fashion a crutch, perhaps, from the materials available to us? After all, Daniel's going to be putting weight on his leg right now.
Worry yourself not. I'm capable of bolstering the growth of my flesh. It's a trade secret of the Inquisition, as he gives you a wink. Very grotesque and painful, and you are not sure whether it's a stroke or a wink now that you think about it.
Very well, but if your leg simply snaps into like a twig, then it will be what will be.
In that case, if that ever happens, make sure to either kill me or leave me behind, whichever is more convenient. We cannot afford to waste this opportunity.
Unfortunately, right now, I do believe that our chances increase exponentially with every single gun arm available to us. Therefore, we cannot leave you here.
Hey, whichever brings the mission closer to fruition.
It's a good thing that I didn't put your leg backwards.
If you did, that would be bad.
It
Severely.
would still be functional.
Right. Well, I'm glad you didn't. For whatever it's worth.
Yes, if it proves any more problems, let me know so I can replace it later.
You know, now that things have actually quietened down, Masterma's gonna shine a light down the corridor that these golems came down from.
Yes. You're gonna see shimmering metallic surfaces occasionally scattering light through the metal fan slowly turning. You can also hear this thundering, pulsating noise from a machine far, far beneath you. As you do, you look over to one of your comrades, whoever is carrying the Vox machine. There's currently a little red light beeping on it. A little blinking red light.
A Vox machine.
That means someone is trying to reach you.
Oh, that's yeah.
The horse caster.
Oh, Masterma's got the Voxcaster. Yeah. Yeah, it's a long range thing. Well, he's gonna. Well, he pulls his rifle for now and starts fiddling with the Voxcaster.
Excellent. You can do a take use test.
Take use test. Seven degrees.
Awesome. You start fiddling with the channels. Eventually you reach a signal that is quite close. Someone is hailing you from within the structure. Your signature, of course, is encrypted. Please do a scholastic lore cryptology test. -20. The signal coming in is heavily encrypted.
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna spend an inspiration to reroll that.
Mm-hmm.
One off. There.
Anyone else want to try?
I'll do it.
Okay.
It appears there's quite a bit of interference due to the structure of the manufactorum.
Then cryptology.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a cryptology trade?
Scholastic lore.
It's a scholastic lore.
Oh, alright. I'll use infused knowledge.
I actually spent XP on that.
Nice.
Oh, I don't have cryptology underneath scholastic lore.
67 is not bad. Just an unlucky roll. Who else has it?
No.
I can use infused knowledge. That's pretty much it.
Yikes.
Oh,
Oh my
yeah,
god.
I can use that. In fact, actually.
Yeah. Nope.
Well, no one's gonna be able to encrypt this.
Master
yes.
kind of pulls away up his headset as you can just hear high-pitched static as people are fiddling with the Voxcaster.
Beautiful, man. You get an inspiration point. Yeah, you will put the voxcaster on the ground, and there's like a loud static coming from it at this point. You can occasionally hear a muffled voice coming in, and then immediately the static kicks back.
I am
Well, that was a
concerned
lovely
that
conversation.
I am concerned this might have been a communication by the adversary, and perhaps the voxcaster requires tuning to be better at intercepting signal.
Unless the adversary has managed to break through inquisitorial encryption, I doubt it. Somebody from the cruiser must have attempted to communicate with us, but due to ambient environment, that is unfortunately impossible.
The signal strength appeared to be close. Communications from orbit, in particular, might be untenable. But nothing to do but go on for now.
Indeed. We continue as mentioned. Nothing changes.
In which way do we fething go?
The direction of our target is down, yes? Although finding a medical facility for Acolyte Daniel might be beneficial. Although I suspect there to be few in such a place.
Well, if we could find a security room, we could probably check the cameras.
Doesn't matter. What matters now is that we retrieve the item the Inquisitor has sent us out for. It is of importance. If we fail, this planet fails, and Imperial resources will be wasted.
Not to mention, if the rest of the Imperium shows up, we are kind of dead.
Indeed.
I cannot argue with his logic. Therefore, as he said, the way is forward. Perhaps opportunities will reveal themselves in due time.
Indeed. I'll put a new leg on you if we find one.
Till then, hell awaits, gentlemen.
Well, time to carry on after this rude interruption from the golems.
Does someone want to retry the cryptology?
I'll give it a try.
It's up to you.
I don't think I can retry it.
No, you only get one reroll.
Exactly.
Can I
Also,
retry
it's
awareness for the hallway?
Yes. Some time has passed.
Ooh, 7.
Nice. You're keeping a lookout there, and you will hear if anyone is approaching.
Jesus, dude, everybody fucking failed.
The rest, go on. I will cover him.
A faint voice comes through, and I'm gonna say, Rick, you can do an awareness test with a -20.
Right, awareness coming right up, baby. Prepare to be unamazed. Yeah. All right, -20.
-20.
Prepare for grand failure, because my awareness ain't that good.
All good.
Bing bong, ching chong. Never mind, success with 3.
Damn, dude.
Never say
Ooh,
never.
that's 2. My
Whoa.
closest ever to a 1.
Whoa. Rick, you have a keen air. You, kneeling down, try to listen through the corridor, but instead, you hear a faint voice in the voxcaster. The muffled voice that everyone is hearing in the background is the Inquisitor himself. You recognize this because you've heard this voice quite a few times before.
I turn around, turn up that volume. I want to hear that voice more clearly.
You turn it all
Very
the way up. It's undoubtedly him.
The Inquisitor.
Yeah.
Just turn it up. It's an Inquisitor. That has to be him.
It is already at maximum volume.
Make it higher with your weird tech magic.
It will make
Stand
the-
back.
As I'm
The
saying this, I'm
channel
listening
is-
in. What is he saying?
Sorry, the channel is not tuned in properly, decoded, so it's mostly coded like the voice itself. You can just hear the tonality of the voice. You can't really make out any of the words without decrypting it.
Give me a moment. Let's see if I can speak to the machine spirit within this Voxcaster to allow us to decode this better. I'm going to plug in my MUI into the Voxcaster and see if I can commune with the machine spirit and allowing us to get a better signal.
No, there's no way to make anything out of what's being said. You have to decrypt the message.
Alright.
Encrypt the code thing. Which I
Mhm.
feel like we'd have the thing for it, but so,
Well, if no one has it, do you have anything to do before you continue, or?
nothing really.
Alrighty. Do you want to
So I
continue?
ain't got
yours?
anything unless someone else has. I say we can end it here because it is usually it's kind of close to the closing time. I think.
I will say one, but do you guys want to continue?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I can.
Or does your characters want to move on from this spot, rather, is what I mean? Or do you want to stay
I
here?
believe so. It's
Alrighty. The last scenes will be you limping through the hallways carrying Daniel. There is a muffled voice occasionally on the Voxcaster, clearly coming from the Inquisitor, who's trying to reach you. Next game, you can retry your roll to get a hold of him. It sounds like he is trying to get closer to you, and his voice is getting more and more clear.
okay.
Let's see. We can do the last little thing, I suppose. God damn it, let me just find the right image. Alright. And everybody do or anyone who wants to can do a navigate surface test. Navigate surface.
Ooh, -2.
Certainly.
Oof.
The master that he is, he has navigated many a manufacturer. Obviously, he knows what he's doing. See, there you go. I told you.
Nice.
That's 5 degrees on navigate.
Sick.
Unless there was a penalty, obviously. I don't remember if there was.
I will always say if there is a penalty, and there was not in this case.
-3.
So who succeeded?
I got 5 degrees of success.
Awesome.
Rick got 4.
I got 4.
So-
4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4
Excellent. Just find your thing here. There we go.
Sorry, I apologize for my dogs barking in the background.
All good. So you're gonna enter the inner workings of the Mechanicum. This old manufactorum. Not before looking down the catwalk through a few glimpses here and there on the way down. You will notice this little sort of overlaps between natural mountain and the infrastructure of this giant manufactorum. As you look down into where these lava pits almost were, you'll see these huge black pumps built in a Gothic architecture, pumping clouds of black smoke up the mountain walls. The clouds sort of tumble their way up. Between them you can see spires and broken bridges leading to pipes and machines as big as houses. Individual manufactorums, small furnaces, look like Gothic cathedrals on the surface. There are dotted on stone platforms, about 100 meters above a sea of flames and furnaces, between these natural cliffs that lead down into the abyss below. The flames and light coming from the abyss reflect and shine off of several of these metallic machines connected together. And this is all, no doubt, unnaturally shaped. Whenever you pass them Beta, you will see these warped distortions of machine spirits. The entrance to the machines are built around officios that were preserved from before the invasion and before this manufactorum was corrupted. There are still some remnants of the old architecture here, and you can see that you're getting closer to the warpsmith. As you enter the room, the voice of the Inquisitor becomes clear on the voicecaster.
Servants. Servants. Servants of the Emperor. Give me your location.
Please do a navigate surface test. -10. Anyone can do this.
Sure. Give that a go.
Success.
Sick. Darren, you immediately lean down to the cogitator, to the vox caster, and will pick it up. Reading the map, you will relay your coordinates. Presumably the Inquisitor is on his way to your location. And standing in the room, barely lit by the glow of the furnaces outside, that's where we can end it for tonight. You all get 350 XP.
Ooh.
And